Well, the half-time scoreline 3-1 to Inter Milan. Probably you'd say no surprises there. Could have been more as well, as they suffered a blow with the equaliser coming from Kevin Lasagna after the opener from Palacios early on. And immediately after the equalising goal, there was a goal for 2-1 from Icardi, and then Hernandez slammed in a free kick, a peach of a free kick, to make it 3-1. Well, it's all changed then in the Inter side for this second half, as they brought on the likes of Martin Montoya at right back and Hassan Nukari in the middle. That will be a very interesting midfield combination. A couple of youngsters in there as well, the likes of Baldini, Longo and Delgado. And also in there is Taider, who was on loan at Southampton at the start of last season, but was sent back by the South Coast Clubbers. It's 4-1 right at the start of the half, as I'm just going through the introduction. In the opening minute, well, I don't know who the goal has been given to. It looks as though it's been given to Nagatomo on the follow-up, maybe. Don't know if the ball was forced over the line by Longo. Well, they say it is Longo indeed who made it 4-1. And, well, he's made an instant impact on this side for Mancini's second half performance here. Looking to force his way into the first team. There on the graphic, the confirmation. So the long clearance coming from the goalkeeper Carrizzo. A bit of sloppy play from Carpi, not coming to the player. As that is Taider wearing a mask, and he's gone down there under a challenge from Gagliolo. Stayed down as well, initially at least. And now the ball has been cleared, he's back up. Oh, the ball played towards the man that I was talking about in the first half, Kamil Wilczek, the Polish striker, top scorer in Poland last season. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. And looks as though he is playing up front on his own at the moment. The new Polish arrival, they're going to have to support him as much as possible. The likes of Ryder Matos, the Brazilian, will have to come forward from his number 10 position as much as possible. And here's Taider out to the right-hand side to Nagatomo. And, well, there's a bit of a mistake in defence there, and the shot in the end was deflected. It was Lorenzo Lolo who just got himself in a bit of a tangle, but managed to block the resultant shot. So a corner then for Inter here to be delivered into the box. And they've got it clear this time, Carpi. Half clear at least. It will come back in. And also on the follow-up there, doing well to get the ball away. On the left-hand side, Ryder Matos playing the ball forward there for Markovic. As it would appear that Carpi have also made a large number of substitutions. Not the whole side, though. And here come Inter again. Delgado with a little layoff there. And a shot coming in, and it just whistles wide of the near post there. Taida really got hold of that one. An excellent left-footed rifle from 25 yards. The keeper beaten all ends up, but just whistling wide of the post in the end. Morano it is in goal in this second half for Carpi. He launches the ball downfield, and Inter pick up the ball very, very easily. This is Nukori playing the ball forward calmly. It's been picked up there in midfield by Lolo, and then the ball forwards, and the offside flag is raised, which rather there helped out Carrizzo, as there was a break on for Carpi. Now out wide right here for Inter. Nagatomo just trying a trick there and almost made it pay. Good defending though in the end from Gagliolo. So we've played 7 minutes in this second half. We've seen a goal already in it in the opening minute from Samuele Longo. A big challenge coming in there, and the free kick given for Inter. Ball lashed out of play as well. Andreoli, the captain in this second half for Inter, gets the ball rolling again. Now, one thing that seems to be clear at the start of this second half is that the fluency from Inter's midfield, not quite what it was in the first half with their, you'd probably say, first team players in it. The 11 changes and the 11 reserve players, you've got to say, maybe not quite up to scratch, but they have scored a goal already as Carpi try and come forward again. That was Markovic. Just too much on the ball though, couldn't quite get there. There's Carrizzo to take the short goal kick there. And the crossfield ball played, and that's a nice one as well. Martin Montoya, who was joined from Barcelona with very good control. Speaking of which, Samuele Longo there in a tight spot did very, very well. In the end, lost the ball, but held it rather well. Didn't have a lot of support though coming for him. A tall blonde figure. As we're into the 10th minute now of the second half. Bit more of a sedate pace to it. As Delgado goes down in the challenge there. And lovely play from Markovic. And that's a cracking ball out to the right-hand side as well, just to spread the play for Carpi. And the attempted ball in from wide on the right-hand side is just blocked there by Popa. And it's a corner for Carpi then, to be taken by rider Matos. Started his career at Fiorentina. As the ball is played in, it's going to be surely 4-2, but it's lashed over the bar in the end. Well, that was a real chance for Carpi to get themselves back in contention. Calliolo it was, with the effort in the end. It was a tight angle. He couldn't quite get there as the ball was bouncing across, and here they come forward again through Matos, and he's hit the post. Well, a tremendous effort there. On the move, on the run at real pace, struck the ball hard and low across the keeper. And away to safety. And Roberto Mancini here with his team just under a bit of pressure. Just comes out into the technical area just to have his say. There's Taida. Gets into Longo. And Nukori. And can they get the ball into the middle? Yes, they can. It's just away by Carpi. Half away. It will come straight back at them here. There's Taida again. Flicking the ball out to the right. It's just behind Nagatomo, though. Not much that the Japanese player could really have done about that. It was a bit of a poor ball to him in the circumstances. Now Markovic trying to make a mark on the midfield for Carpi in this second half. He's impressed with his early touches so far. As there's a lovely turn away there from Baldini. And back out to Montoya. Linking up with Delgado. And he spotted a nice ball out on the left-hand side. And the ball is played across the 6-yard area and there's no one to tap it in. Good play there from the left. Now David Santon, the former Newcastle United defender, steps in. They can't play the 1-2. Taida, though, doing well to get the ball back, showing good attitude, which he didn't show at Southampton last year, as I was saying. They sent him back before the season had even started, as there is a foul coming in there on Montoya, trying to rampage forward. Two number 14s coming together, Markovic and Montoya. It's just a bit of a wind whipping through the stadium at the moment. It's been a lovely hot day all day. Would be nice to freshen things up with a bit of a breeze, got to admit. Well, it looks as though Delgado is lining up this free kick. We've already seen one superb free kick this evening from Hernandez in the first half. Are we going to see another here? Suits the left footer, certainly. It's only a two-man wall. The keeper confident. And it will be going his side. And indeed, he's fielded it well there. Just dropping it as I say that, but the free kick given. So Morano doing well there. Had himself perfectly positioned. And the ball into the corner for Carpi, coming to nothing though. Letizia it was who was trying to break forward. And we're coming up to the hour mark here, and this is a typical pre-season friendly now. Inter find themselves 4-1 up, as they did the other day against Stuttgart Kickers. In the end, that game ended 4-3 as they just slackened off the pace in the second half. And I'm sure that Mancini won't be looking for them to do that again. Although, should they continue that, and also in the season proper, they'll be a very exciting team to watch, as if they aren't already. This is Montoya. Passes the ball infield to Taida. And good aggressive midfield play here. Good link up on the right-hand side. And trying to play the ball back through. And Gagliolo there has just clipped the ankle of Baldini. So another free kick opportunity here for Inter. Well, let's say that Gagliolo knew what he was doing, just stood his ground, as Baldini was trying to motor into the penalty area. So are we going to see Delgado again go for goal here? Or is it going to be a variation with Taida to cross the ball in? It is a clipped ball, and it's away, and it's out for a corner. So the delivery to come in then. As the 10 outfield players were all up attacking for Inter. In the end, the ball going over the bar from Davide Santon. Looks as though it came off the defender last, though, for Carpi. And there's a second corner in quick succession. So a similar take again. In it comes. It's over the heads of everyone. And will drop out of play on this near side. So the pressure off the Carpi defence that time. No harm done for Murano. And a ball clipped over the top here. Looking for Vilcek. Not really seen too much of him so far. I think they need to get more support on with him, which as time goes on, I'm sure they'll get used to doing. Carpi will be under a lot of pressure, though, you would imagine, in Serie A. Unfortunately for them, they've come a long way in a very short space of time. And, well, you've got to say they are punching way above their weight in Italian football. As the ball goes back from Andreoli, near vertical clearance. Nagatomo can bring it down now, gets it to Montoya. Now Samuel Alongo, the goal scorer in this second half. And Taida there, and Nukori doing well to just get the ball out of a tight spot, passing their way out of trouble. So we've got just over 25 minutes of this second half remaining. As Longo tries to go forward, had no chance really of bringing the ball down. The defender again there, Gagliolo, doing well just to stand his ground. And Lolo next to him could complete the clearance. Ball goes up the field. And well, you can see that Markovic is shaking his head. He doesn't like these long balls out from the back. Thinks that they should be building from the back. That plan not working at the moment for Carpi. Well, not the intense pressure that Inter had in the first half, but food for thought for Mancini on the sidelines there. I'm sure we'll be interested to see the likes of Mukari coming through. This lovely play. Delgado picks up the first-time layoff and then lays it off himself. The deflected shot. And, well, at the moment, Inter trying to get the ball into the box as often as possible. Taking it wide. Drifting into spaces. And quick feet again from Delgado there. Trying to link up with Longo, who gets to the byline, and that's a good challenge on him. And out for another corner. Romagnoli it was with the tackle. So the next corner to come in from Inter towards the near post this time. I think it was the defender who dealt with it. Yes, indeed. Sabione. So the next attempt. Just trying to catch out Carpi here with a clever little routine as the shot is thundered in there by Nukuri. But blocked on the edge of the box. Decent attempt though on his left foot. Certainly got enough power onto it. Well, all the changes from both sides have made this a little bit ragged, I've got to admit, as Longo there just brings down the defender Gagliolo. The referee still not pulling out any cards though. I doubt very much we will see any today, unless there's something very much over the top. I think in a proper competitive fixture though, Longo would have found himself in the book for that challenge, just stretching out. And there's a bit of a misunderstanding in midfield there from Inter. Allows Carpi to come forward again. Markovic. I think the coach for Carpi, Fabrizio Castori, just wanting his team to keep the ball moving, keeping possession. That's what he'll be looking for his side, because they will find themselves under a lot of pressure in Serie A. And they've got to get their possession game going, as they almost managed to make a chance there. Letizia it was who was on the run on the right-hand side, getting onto a little ball through, as there is the chance for 4-2, and it is taken. And it is the Brazilian rider Matos who heads his side back into contention in this game. 69th minute. So that is then 2 goals we've seen in this second half. As there's another cracking encounter here in the pre-season in Brunico with Inter Milan. But the ball in from the right-hand side had the Inter defence at 6s and 7s. And Matos with a late run into the box managed to finish it off. So will that put Inter back on the front foot, I wonder? Or will they get nervous? Maybe Carpi will force the issue again and get another goal back. We've got 20 minutes remaining. And it looks as though Taida, at least, wants more goals. Just driving forward there. Well, not quite the entertainment in this second half that we saw in the first, with some quick football there. But we are seeing goals. And stepping in there was the Inter captain for this second half, Andreoli. And Carpi, though, just getting more and more possession at the moment, growing into the half as well, as they did around this stage in the first half. Ball out to their goal scorer in this second half, Matos. And didn't quite manage to keep it in. Well, in fairness to Carpi, they have been creating chances for themselves. It's not just been on the back foot. And there'll be a plucky Serie A outfit. You'd imagine amongst the bookies' favourites to go straight back down to Serie B. And that ball through there for Inter towards Baldini, just a little bit too much on it. Then a loose clearance from the keeper. But Mukori could do nothing about it, just screwing his pass from midfield wide. Ivory Coast midfielder made the breakthrough to the first team last season, made 5 appearances in the league. Looking to increase his importance this season as well, despite the raft of reinforcements in midfield for Inter this summer. And it's a boost from Mancini to stick him in for this second half. Here he is again. And again, he has a little bit too much weight on the ball there. I'm not sure the rest of his teammates really expected him to control the ball that came in towards him. Looked as though it was going to be intercepted. So a bit of a stoppage in play here. Well, Morano just waits for his team to get into position. Towards Vilcek. He can't challenge really for the header. And Montoya just well challenged by Matos. Ball out on this near side. Nagatomo looking to burst away with that throw-in, but was stopped in his tracks, then had to come short to take the ball. Spirotto doing well to just hold him off. And there again. Mukori again, playing a 1-2, getting the ball forward early as well. This is a chance for Longo, and he just clipped the back of his heel there as he looked to get away. And that was exactly what Carpi needed, just to have a second to get the ball away. Real danger there. Here he is. If he could have done better with that touch there. I think he tried to gather it first time with his left foot and just missed it, and that meant that it clipped the back of his heel rather than his instep, and he couldn't burst into the box and get a shot away. As Delgado goes forward, is tripped. It's a long way out for a direct free kick, and indeed they want to get on with it, but instead the referee says that the ball was played too quickly. And looks as though we're going to see a change here from Carpi. It's going to be Daniela Sazi, who is coming on. So Sazi on and Spirotto off. Spirotto, who came on at half-time, didn't really seem to be injured. But with 15 minutes to go, that's another change from the Carpi manager Fabrizio Castore. I can't really say that Spirotto played badly. I mentioned him a minute ago. Then he managed to block off Nagatomo twice in succession. And he's just trying to give the whole of his squad a run out today in this first pre-season encounter for Carpi. The result not really of interest at this stage. There will be some things that he will have seen, though, for Carpi that he will like, and other things that he certainly won't like. There is something he will like as Matos drives forward. Cuts in now from the left-hand side. Nagatomo comes across to deal with the danger and brings him down. Referee giving him a quick talking to. No card again. Matos really did carry the ball 20-30 yards there before being brought down. So free kick wide on this left-hand side. Can Carpi maybe trouble the inter-defence from set pieces? It's going to be Markovic to deliver. And it comes a good clip ball. And the chance at the edge of the box for Gagliolo was well blocked. And then in the end, Davide Santon cannot get it clear at all. Rather lackadaisical from the former Newcastle man. And he really can't get it clear here into this. Smacks of the first goal that they conceded in the first half, where they were punished by Kevin Lasagna, remember. They had 3 bites of the cherry to get rid of it and couldn't before he placed his shot past Samir Handanovic. Now here's Delgado. Up to Nagatomo. Delgado and Nagatomo there, rather getting each other's way, I feel, but Delgado has managed to get the ball back into the centre for Taida here. And this is some slick passing going on here at the moment. Ukori out to the right, trying to stretch the play again, rather than keeping it all in the middle. Martin Montoya. Short ball to Nagatomo. Back to the former Barcelona defender. Well, they're keeping the ball moving well here into Milan. You feel there's a chance coming here sometime soon, and in it comes as the shot was there from Taida. Really seems to fancy it tonight, but hooked his left foot effort well wide in the end there. Didn't make contact with it as he did with the shot earlier in the half. As we can see, Fabrizio Castore on the bench there for Carpi. How will he fare in Serie A? I do hope that they stick with him through the season. It's pretty obvious, I think, that they will be strugglers, surely. And if they find themselves at the bottom, it would be horrible if they were to get rid of him, really, after what he's done in his year in charge, to get them to the promised land of Serie A. As we've seen an infringement here. In fact, it will be a throw-in, for Carpi. This is Markovic, quick turn from him, but under pressure from Samuel Alongo. And Markovic again, just a air shot there on the volley. Rather snatched at the opportunity. Never really looked in control. The ball there cleared away from Vilcek by Andriola. Vilcek there coming in really well just to try and nick the ball away from the defender Montoya, and he was taken out in doing so. And the referee just saying calm down to the Spanish right back. 10 minutes to go, free kick given, no yellow card again. No need in these games to really punish the players for challenges like that. I think the referees know, and it's early in pre-season and the timing's not quite there. Nothing malicious in it as the next ball comes in from Markovic. It's flicked on. Comes to nothing. And here's Matos, who has done really well in this second half. Think he may well have played his way into the first team with this performance as the next ball comes in towards Vilcek. And he gave the thumbs up there. That's more the kind of service that he needs, but it was just too far ahead of him. And he will like crosses coming into the box, I'm sure. He's a strapping kind of striker. Last season was lethal with 20 goals in Poland. Play building down the right here slowly for Inter. Just taking the sting out of this one. They got the early goal in the half through Longo and then conceded through Matos. And since then they've just tried to kill the game off. Haven't really looked to make it 5-2. I'm sure the Inter fans here would love to see them make it 5, of course. Stoppage over on the far side. Not sure who the player down is. It's Baldini. Indeed it is. Just taking a blow, but nothing too serious between the players. The 18-year-old being given an opportunity here by Roberto Mancini. He's the kind of manager who does like to use the checkbook, but he is not afraid of throwing in youngsters if he feels they've got potential and they're up to the job. That's what he really proved in his first spell as Inter manager, winning Serie A and the Coppa Italia. And likewise at Manchester City. And no qualms about using the youth system. Of course, he started playing himself as a youngster, as we see some precocious play there from Carpi. Came to nothing in the end, just overrunning the ball. Matos again making a nuisance of himself. Huge legs there from Samuel Longo to bring the ball down on the halfway line. Lovely touch from him. Hasn't really had much of a chance, though, in front of goal since his strike in the first minute of this second half, catching Carpi cold. He's been more involved in the build-up play rather than getting chances for himself. And again, Carpi do well there The shot from Letizia is blocked. Well, maybe there's a bit more space here for Inter, especially on this right-hand side. Nagatomo fills the space. And the attack has just slowed down, though. That's given Carpi a chance to get back and reinforce their defence. So 5 minutes left on the clock in this friendly. I can't imagine that Inter will let this result slip from here at 4-2 up. You can't really see Carpi coming back for a 4-all draw. Although in pre-season, stranger things have happened. Of course, Inter conceded 2 late goals against Stuttgarter kickers here on Saturday, in a 4-3 win on that occasion. And the ball forward by the Inter keeper here. And looking for the flick on there was Delgado, but out of play. Turn in midfield from Taida. Mukori. Well spotted that Martin Montoya had come forward from right back. Clips the ball on the edge of the box to Delgado, and he wants the free kick, but he's not going to get it. Now the ball straight down the middle towards Vilcek, but well covered by the keeper. And an enormous clearance as well to get the danger away. All that was required. So we're going to see another change here from Carpi late on in this game with 3 minutes to go. So off goes Letizia, who was one of the few players who stayed on for the duration of that game. It's replaced by the number 27, who unfortunately have no information about, I'm afraid. But with 2 minutes to go, he's got a chance to get on the ball at least. Often in pre-season, the clubs, of course, have trialists to bring on. Oh, a late chance for Inter to come forward with 90 seconds remaining. Oh, it's a slack ball. And Markovic could come forward. Well, the possession, 66% for Inter. No real surprise in that. I would imagine in the first half it was even more than that, as their first choice midfield were really stroking it around with aplomb at times as we tick into the final minute of this friendly game. And it's been a good workout for both sides. I think both sides will be happy that they've come through 90 minutes. Carpi, it's their first pre-season game, of course, into their second, and I think they've been much improved in this second game, particularly in the first half. Second half, the momentum rather went out of the game as there's a late opportunity coming in and a block there, a desperate one as well from Gaglioli. So a late corner. There we go, the desperation, the leg up high against Baldini. So it's a short one that Carpi hadn't really seen coming. They have got a cross for the block though on Taida. And maybe just one more effort here for Inter before full time. Taida brings the ball down nicely. And crosses the ball in. It's away, the pressure remains on here. Keep stroking the ball around. Popa. And that's into the corner. And the referee happy just to keep playing on here until I think the ball probably goes dead. And we'll check. Can he burst through? No, he can't. The defenders get there first. Well, 4-2. Plenty of goals this evening in this pre-season friendly, as we've seen already from Inter Milan. And in the first half, their attacking was really excellent. I think Mancini might have to work on the defence, as that's the full-time whistle gone with 1 minute of time added on. And both sides will be happy with that. We've seen 4 goals from Inter, 3 in the first half, the one in the second half coming in the opening minute. And the floodlights could have opened against Carpi. They didn't though. Carpi did come back and score a goal of their own through Matos, but they couldn't get any closer to Inter. Well, thank you very much then for joining us for that match between two Serie A sides in this pre-season friendly in Brunico. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, particularly in the first half. Very good stuff. Until then, from me, have a nice evening. Thank you and goodbye.